Come on in, folks. Come on in. Well, we kick off at 3 o'clock usually, so here we are. My name's Gary Skoog, and it's great to see everybody out. Thank you so much for coming. And a brave group it is, for sure, to get out when it's less than 10 degrees and blowing. So great to have you here. This is beginning our 6th Winter Serenade series. And of course, we have our Summer Serenade series, which is going to be our 13th year. And all because of people like you in this audience who have given money out of the kindness of your heart and the love of local music. And so we're committed, our little committee is committed to live music in Brockport. And of course, as you know, for many of you, the differences between our summer kind of serenades programming and our winter programming is quite different, but it's all the less we want everybody to enjoy that particular experience, as you will today. As a matter of fact, I know a number of you have said as you've come in that you have heard this couple before, and that's great, and that's why you're here tonight, or this afternoon. So we're just happy to have you here. I want Kim to speak a little bit about some housekeeping at the church, and then she'll introduce someone to introduce.
Yep. Good afternoon. My name is Kim Device, and I'm a member of the vestry here at St. Luke's, and we would like to welcome you all to this. This is going to be an amazing concert this afternoon. We're so happy that you faced the cold and made your way here. You're going to be really amazed. This concert will be streamed online on St. Luke's YouTube, or on our YouTube channel, so it is being live streamed. We hope that you will enjoy the music in this beautiful worship space, and we would like to let you know that there will be a reception after the concert to meet the musicians right up the ramp and into the parish hall. There's also restrooms available up the ramp, and take a right when you get to the top, and there's restrooms available there. And in the case of an emergency, which we hope there will not be, obviously, there's exits at the Main Street doors and also up the ramp to the right and the left. So just so you know all that. Thanks for being here, and really, I want to introduce Brenda Tromley, who is the music director here at St. Luke's, to introduce our musicians today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. I'll be brief, just welcome. Yay, you're going to be richly rewarded by the music you're about to hear. I'll just say one more housekeeping thing, and that is if you have a phone, if you would silence it at this moment, because we are live streaming and we don't want to interrupt the music, that would be helpful. Thank you. If you're like me, you probably spend a lot of time looking at this fascinating little object and getting stressed out about the world. And let me just state the obvious, that you're here because you know about the healing power of music and how, especially after this long week, we all need some beauty and elegance, and we're going to hear that in this romantic music. Some of those gorgeous pieces from operas by Puccini, we'll hear Tchaikovsky, some really incredible music. So deep breath, let yourself go, sink into the music, enjoy as we listen, and please join me in welcoming the Browning Krug duo. Actually, trio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Winter Serenades on a very wintry day indeed. We are so thrilled to be here. I'm Grace, and this is my wonderful husband, Benjamin, partner in crime and in life and in music. And we're so happy to be here today. Well, all three of us. And today we are sharing a program of some of our all-time favorites. Benjamin and I got together during the pandemic, and we couldn't play with our beloved orchestra for a while because, we were all indoors, and it ended up being a blessing in disguise because not only did we fall in love, but we also realized how much wonderful music we can play just the two of us. And so what you'll hear today is a smattering of a lot of different offerings that have really almost exclusively been transcribed or arranged for our instruments, meaning that in this case, they were not usually written for the harp, but typically maybe for the piano, and we just love to steal their music whenever possible. And of course, Ben here is often playing, if not a cello part, occasionally a reduction of a whole orchestral score, or he may even step in as a Pavarotti from time and again, as we have also arranged some opera arias. So the first set that we'll share with you is a little grouping of some Fauré songs. And actually, for length, we did end up just omitting one of these pieces, the Lamento, but we are really excited to share the Sicilienne, which is so beautiful. We've been wanting to play it, I think, really since the beginning, and I just kept saying, ugh, it's too hard, it's too many pedals. And finally, we took the time to do it, and it's really delightful, as well as Après un rêve, which is a really gorgeous Fauré song. Fauré not only wrote many orchestral suites, but also solos. Excuse me. I just wanted to share, a little bit of the translation. I believe the very final few lines are so beautiful. It just says, Reviens à nuit mystérieuse, which means come back to the mysterious night. So again, it is very much about Après un rêve, this dream. We're in the dream, we're around the dream, we're waking up from the dream. So enjoy this journey through Fauré land, starting with the Sicilienne and ending with Après un rêve. Like everyone, probably a lot of people here, I do am getting over some version of the flu, but praise that we can all be here today, hopefully staying healthy, staying warm, and enjoying the warmth of this serenade. So next up is actually a totally new piece for us and perhaps a new piece for you. So when we see the name Bellini, we think, oh, the opera composer, right? Actually, it's different Bellini. I don't even think they're related, to be honest, but this guy, his name is Fermo, which I think means closed, and he wrote this incredible nocturne that was just kind of, I think I had ordered for a rainy day, and we found ourselves reading it and thinking, well, this is gorgeous. And in fact, it does sound a lot like opera. There's something that the original OG Bellini did a lot of, which was something called bel canto, beautifully sung. So whatever instrument you are, even if you're not actually singing with your voice, there is this beautiful lyrical quality to the melody. So we love that about this piece. It also has some of that classic opera drama as well. And this, in fact, is an original piece for harp and cello, so not a transcription, which is kind of cool. So please enjoy this little nocturne. So I'll introduce the next set of pieces, and then we will get to hear from this kind gentleman over here. So, as some of you may know, I get to double as an opera harpist in another life. In the summers, we usually travel out to Santa Fe, where I get to play with the opera for 10 weeks. We do 5 different operas, and you're totally immersed. And to be honest, I did not grow up loving opera. Max, I could do Broadway, and pop. I actually barely even listened to classical music, and then I found myself eventually getting more into harp, and then suddenly sitting in the pit of an opera thinking, wow, this is actually really cool. And so what's really fun is that, again, even though that is such a massive production, we like to sort of take some of the highlights and just boil them down to the two of us. So we have a group of 3 pieces. Each one, again, tells its own unique story. One of the things, again, we love about opera. And this first song by Donizetti is called Una furtiva lagrima, which is a furtive tear. And it's just sort of your classic unreciprocated love, sort of looking on and wanting. And I do believe, actually, in this opera, there is a happy ending for once. But this is one of those, I was actually working with a professional harpist the other day who said, well, I'm getting to play Elixir of Love in opera. And I was like, that's great. And she said, yeah, it's only 3 minutes. And I said, well, it's the 3 best minutes of the whole opera that the harp actually gets to play. So here we have that little excerpt right here. And then a meditation from Thais, maybe more familiar. It's just an orchestral interlude, really performed by a solo violin, where now again we get to hear Ben singing his heart out, and it's just a beautiful, reflective moment that really takes you wherever you need to go. And then we'll end this set with Nessun Dorma from Turandot by Puccini. So again, any opera, it's like you got to do some Puccini. But what was cool is that I'm pretty sure this song was just featured in the Olympics. And I think not only maybe in the opening ceremonies, but I believe maybe even in one of the figure skating rounds. It's a very dramatic aria. So again, just be ready to, belt along from your heart. So enjoy this suite of 3 pieces.
thank you all so much for having us. This is such a joy for us to play for you and to hopefully warm you up a little bit with some beautiful music. The next group of pieces evoke a swan, and one you probably know very well by Camille Saint-Saëns, which is a part of the Carnival of the Animals. It's probably been arranged for just about every instrument, including possibly a nose flute and a theremin and who knows what else. But the cello is actually the original instrument it was written for, and it was written with piano, but I think the harp in this particular instance is quite better to evoke that. What's interesting is that the other one, the Black Swan that we're doing by Villa-Lobos, was composed in Rio in 1917. Villa-Lobos did not like the Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns, and this is kind of his his reaction and his version of this piece, or not of that piece, but just a reaction to it. So I'll be curious to hear what you all think. And then finally, we will do an arrangement of Swan Lake, which has a famous harp solo in it. The harp in ballet is kind of essential. If you don't have harp in ballet, it just seems somehow wanting. But so this will really show off the virtuosic technique of the harp, and then I just try to support with some melodies here and there that you might recognize. So we hope you enjoy these three swan or a swan triptych.
it's really fun for us because usually we only get to play these pieces when we have a whole orchestra with us, but with these arrangements, we get to just do it the two of us. It is a handful, but I mean, these pieces, I just remember the first time I played it in youth orchestra, I just thought, this is maybe the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, and I do say that a lot, but this next piece is another example of one of these pieces that just like rips my heart open every time I get to hear it or play it. It's the pas de deux. It's the pas de deux from the Nutcracker. We get to do a lot of Nutcrackers each year, and I'm still the biggest fan. Like, I'm such a Nutcracker nerd. I wear Nutcracker paraphernalia, even throughout the year, actually. So that just goes to show how much I really like Tchaikovsky. And but this pas de deux is a really special moment in the ballet because it's almost the end, and it's kind of when this whole dream is truly, again, coming to a finish. And there is this feeling of irrevocable heartbreak, but at the same time, this feeling of transcending through it all. And this simple opening cello melody that in the orchestra it is just cello and harp. It just starts with the two of us and it builds and builds, but it just really speaks to Tchaikovsky's majesty, and I think really how fun it is for these instruments to soak up all of that orchestral writing. This was our first piece that we arranged really from scratch during the pandemic, and it's now published. This has been a real labor of love, and we're thrilled to share it with you.
So we now of another distant land that might be warmer than this one. And, and we're going to bring you back down to earth, but grounded in the dance. This piece that we're going to end with is the Requiebros by Casado. We started with Casado, and I wanted to mention that he was a great cellist that lived kind of at the turn of the 20th century. And he did a lot of what cellists at that time did. They arranged a ton. And so that first piece was a very typical salon-style piece, not one that you would play at your hairdresser's, but a salon being at home. And so it had that very sentimental, and we hope that as you go into these frigid temperatures that you will dance your way with courage, and that you will feel, the kind of spicy attitude of this piece. I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much again for joining us, and we hope to see you again another time.